go.
All right,
we're back.
We're rolling.
We're rolling again.
Today we got some crank length. We got some beers. We got some hosts. We got the hostess with the mostest. We got.
We'll start on this end.
Yeah.
We got another episode of Bikes and Brews. Let's hit it.
Here we are, everyone. Hello, this is Los. How's it going?
Ryan.
Carl, hostess of the mostest.
RJ.
Jackhammer. All right. We're going to talk about crank lengths today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hot topic of
The hot
road
topic
cycling.
it seems to be everybody seems to be experimenting with these days.
How low can you go?
How low can you go? But before we do that, we're going to dive into these beers in front of us.
God help us.
Yeah,
and
here we go.
Seeing how we're doing St. Patrick's Day month, we're going to do this classic Irish beer right here, Guinness Stout. If you don't know this, you're stupid as shit.
So approachable.
How you really feel?
Wonder why the follower count gonna go up?
Oh, ASMR.
Don't spill it on yourself.
The nitro.
Wow, you almost did that.
You know what? I haven't aimed one of these in a while. We haven't had a bottle cap in a while.
This is quite the film.
There we go.
Yeah, don't worry. Just
Here we go.
Oh, so close. You got another one here. You got another bullet.
Don't mark your walls.
So, if you don't know anything about Guinness, you just crawled out of a rock for this.
That has zero head going out of it.
I know
What, no
this.
head?
This is odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Do
nitro-
they do the nitro thing in the
Yeah,
glass
they should.
too?
No, it should be in the bottle.
I don't think there is.
I don't see anything.
Oh, look, yours cascaded though. Look.
Okay.
Not like that though.
No,
didn't.
no.
I do not see a little frickin' nitro thing in here.
Can you jiggle it around? Is there anything in there?
No, it's not like the can.
Wow.
Let's
What's
see.
going on?
Shocker.
Hold on a second.
So,
It's like
something
sea
else.
monkeys?
kind of. This was brewed in Ireland.
Really?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. And it's been around since 1759.
Do they have monks?
It does say nitrogenated
St.
for
James
smoothness, so I don't know how they do the nitro.
Inject it and then cap
Yeah,
it.
So
yeah, I
don't-
guess.
Don't look at the ABV.
Any relation to the
I don't see a little nitro widget thingy in there.
Normally it jiggles around.
I know the can
It says
has it.
nitrogenated for smoothness.
Right, so they did it at the factory and then they cap it,
We do like a jiggle.
which is weird because they don't do that with a can.
That's
They do.
correct.
They do what they can.
They nitrogenate.
They have a widget in the can
Yeah,
though.
but it used to be. I thought they used to do it in the bottle.
Stupid.
No, I don't think they. Stupid.
Stupid.
It's not good.
All right, let's give this
Cheers,
a little
boys.
swell.
Yeah, I already did. I regret it immediately. Fine, one more.
Fine.
Fine, one more.
Cheers.
I like that smell.
Ryan's just like somebody cheers me.
We didn't start our clock.
Oh, it's worse.
Okay.
Now it gets a little mellower the more you drink of it.
He disagrees.
I just said it got worse.
So, alcohol by volume.
Can you hand me my palate cleanser?
Yeah, sure.
It's been there for a while.
This?
RJ, you want to start this off?
Sure. 4.5.
You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, we're going to talk about it in a second.
No,
Oh, I
we're,
mean,
we're alcohol
We're
by
doing the
alcohol.
alcohol first, though. Yeah, because
That's not my rating.
we have a standard way to review these all the time.
Yeah.
We're so
Yeah,
scientific.
we're very consistent.
I'm going to say 5.3.
It's science.
Science.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Yeah, alcohol by volume.
Alcohol only.
Oh, okay. I was confused because that's going to be very similar to my rating. I'm going to go with 5.2.
It's a 4-2.
Oh,
Oh, we both lose.
Yeah.
RJ was pretty close.
So this was brewed, from my understanding, it was brewed to be kind of an all-day drinking beer. So
Oh,
that's
because
why
the
they,
lower in
That's
alcohol
right.
the whole bit.
I thought
Yeah.
it was just because the Irish were alcoholics.
Whoa.
that's
a stereotype.
inflammatory.
Well, I also
so
call them.
racist.
I also call them wife beaters in a previous episode.
Come on.
Oh, God.
My
It's not racist. It's not
There
racist.
goes the
I'm
Irish Tourist Board sponsorship.
all
Yeah,
six of us.
totally.
so close.
We were getting so close to
with this
millions of
episode.
dollars we could have got. We could have got so many millions of dollars.
It's not racist. I'm white.
You look Irish.
I've got the sunburn to prove it.
You're not white. You're like you have the complexion.
Like you can
of
look through them. If you hold them up to the light, you can look through them.
you have the complexion of slightly undercooked chicken.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, in high school, my
White.
nickname was either Casper or Schindler. I had an eating disorder, so yeah.
And most of the time, you drink this like room or cool. Room
Yeah, so
temperature.
this is
Wow,
that's right.
It can be disappointing in another way.
Well, this has been around since 1750. What?
59.
59.
The miracle is it survived.
True. That's a good point. So the fact that this is cold is not authentically the way to drink it.
Maybe that's why it's not foamy foam.
Oh.
Maybe.
I want to know in 1759 where the hell did they get nitrous?
They didn't.
What?
That's
What? I'm so shocked.
I
Fast and
know.
the Furious 12.
They just
Wow. A
I
Fast
think
and
they-
Furious reference.
carbonated
Yeah.
with
So what are the tasting notes here?
bad.
Coffee. Coffee's in there.
Coffee for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it almost tastes just like a really, really dark coffee.
Like a really dark coffee. Okay. Okay.
A little bit,
So-
but it also has those. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
cut
no,
you
no, you're
off.
fine.
A little bit of that unsweetened cocoa.
Cocoa nibs.
Yeah, remember we talked about this before, where you take a spoonful of Baker's chocolate
Baker's.
that's
Oh,
unsweetened,
yeah, yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be better if you had like a bunch of coconut milk in it.
oh,
Coconut milk.
Yeah, it would
We could
offset
try
it.
that. We might have
Put some
coconut milk
boba
here.
in
You
there.
probably do.
I do like boba.
You know, BJ's
Why does that not
Pizzeria used
surprise
to
me?
do a float with that.
I brought us beer
Oh,
from
really?
H
I could put a lump of ice cream in there. That'd be pretty
They used to
good.
do that at BJ's.
No, I like that.
What?
They
Put a lump of
they
ice cream
make
in there.
a float with that.
That would, yeah, ice cream makes most things better.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't make it worse, that's for sure.
Well, because even if you don't like it, you just eat the ice cream,
Nice beer.
and then it's socially acceptable.
Yeah. So let's rate this bad boy.
Yes.
5.
5.
Oh, it wasn't that offensive.
That I thought it'd be lower than that.
If you had slap and tickle, it's much worse than this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is because I've had good experiences with Guinness.
And this isn't one.
It's not a great one right now. I don't know what it is. I think
It's
it's
the crowd.
it could be. It's like sitting by these racist people all the time.
Yeah.
Like that you can see through.
Yeah.
Carlos
know?
spotted it again, but it's shucking around in his car.
I did not. I did not. Not this time.
Oh, but the good news is we have some Athletic Brewing Co. beers after this.
Yeah.
That
I'm
for
excited.
sure is going to trump the
Well,
Guinness
no,
Stout.
what we should do is we should try that. I mean, I already rated it, but I feel like after I try this, I might actually like this more.
Oh,
I like that. That's a good plan.
I'm going to give this 7.5. I like it. I like it, but I'm not like in love with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
RJ?
Right there with you, 7.5.
I think it's like when in Rome, like St. Patty's Day and everything, you get in that mood and you feel like, okay, I'm gonna get in character or whatever. Yeah.
Are you wearing a green shirt for just this occasion?
Yeah. Obviously.
This is getting released on
Duh.
St. Patrick's Day, isn't it?
Because if not, we'd all pinch his nipples.
Maybe. It's next week, stupid.
And we can launch it. So
You're the one who posts them. You can put it up whenever you please. We got a fucking marathon tomorrow.
Fucking genius.
Okay. So so I have this Athletic Brew Co.
Okay.
This is Emerald Cliffs, the
you're
Irish style
drinking that.
dry. This is a non-alcoholic beer from Athletic Brewing Company.
ASMR.
The last one wasn't great.
Irish dry? What the hell does that mean?
What did
Yeah,
what did the previous
I'm not
have
sure.
notes of?
Oh, look how dark that is.
Oh,
Oh,
is it
fuck.
their take on a Guinness?
Yes, I think so.
It's not a stout though.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is it
this
an NA stout or is? But you said
It-
it's what is this supposed to be?
Give this a taste and a swig. I haven't tasted it yet.
Irish straw dry. Emerald
some
Cliffs.
head.
That's as far as it goes. They probably can't call it a stout because it doesn't have any alcohol in it, is my guess.
So here we go.
Is that a flimsy?
What does that mean?
You know, like flexible and not structurally.
Oh
secure,
yeah, this is
As opposed to something
that's
that
good.
would be
Oh.
stout.
this is very Guinnessy. This is very Guinnessy. This is much better than the Irish Red.
Better than cigarettes.
Yeah, the Irish red tasted like cigarettes. But how similar are they to you?
Palate cleanser.
I'm out of palate cleanser.
There's a weird bitterness, like not a typical bitterness. There's a weird bitterness in there.
I dislike both.
It's stronger, like the coffee.
Yeah.
That punch of flavor.
You know what that
I like
reminds
this.
me of?
Yes.
Please do tell.
So when you go to a coffee shop and they have like the over pour in that catch tray.
Yeah.
You've never drank that.
No, but I've smelled it.
All right. Well,
Why would you go up there and smell that?
don't ask.
If it hasn't been cleaned for a while, that's what it smells like.
He's
You went up
just
and smelled the coffee shop.
he gravitates towards puddles of dark pool.
Mysterious liquid.
Pools
Don't
of
ask
water.
questions you don't want the answer.
Yeah.
that's a
You-
good
you
point.
we really don't want to know Ryan, you know, like the real
You want to
Ryan.
just scratch the surface and leave it there.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like this.
Okay. So
It's a
the
crust.
two ratings.
Yeah.
How does it rate as a non-alcoholic, and then how does it rate against other real beers?
Okay, so as a non-alcoholic, this is like I give this an 8 because they've
Something going on here.
they've nailed the stout. I
Those
really think
athletic
they've nailed
boys.
it.
Something in here. Something in here.
This really tastes like I'm having a Guinness. This is wild.
He's at a loss for words.
Yeah.
No, it
So I
doesn't.
give an
It
8.
doesn't have that like malty, like you know
Okay,
what I'm talking
there-
about.
it
That,
is
like
missing
that,
a little bit.
that
It's
texture.
thinner.
Yeah, the alcohol.
It doesn't have that.
It's missing that one thing.
That one thing.
that one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what you call
you're
it.
right. It's not as malty. You're right.
It doesn't have that like
Yeah.
texture. Obviously, it probably doesn't have the nitrous either. But you know,
creaminess.
but it doesn't have that creaminess.
Well, this apparently doesn't have the nitrous either.
Yes.
So with overall beers, I'd probably give this a 6. This is actually
Okay.
pretty high for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Wow.
I'm gonna skip me. I'm gonna come back.
For non-alcoholic or for all beers?
We'll do the non-alcoholic. How's it compared to other non-alcoholics?
I'd probably say a 6 or 7, 6.5.
Okay. And what about compared to beer?
Yeah, like 3.
Oh fuck, that is an unpleasant
That-
burp.
You know what? And it flattens out really quick. Like and now it's not as good. You know what's interesting
Drink
about
it fast.
Okay, something weird about the non-alcoholic beers. I feel like they taste better in the can. I don't know why.
That is weird.
Yeah,
We all
had a-
tried that from the can.
Well, there was one that we
so
tried.
there's
They need to be
excuses.
shotgunned.
Yeah, do I need to poke a hole in the bottom here
Yes.
and go like this?
Yes, you need a shotgun an NA beer. That's what needs to happen.
What's the point?
Yeah.
You'd like a glass of tea.
Your scale was kind of mirroring right what I was thinking right before you said it. I was thinking like a 6 and a 3 also. Yeah.
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 All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Happy St. Patty's Day, boy.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Thank goodness for Lucky Charms.
It's not racist at all.
Totally. Not at all.
What's your favorite Lucky Charms marshmallow?
I don't like those marshmallows.
You don't?
The only
They're all
good part of it.
gritty, and they're like they don't taste like
You gotta-
marshmallows.
No, you just gotta eat.
You don't want dehydrated marshmallows?
No, they're so
Delicious.
gritty and like eating chalk.
There's so much
That's why you have to
sugar.
have them in milk.
No, they're terrible. They don't get better in milk. They just get wetter in milk. That's it.
Wasn't that your
It sounds like
primary
a-
complaint?
That sounds like a
Terrible.
t-shirt.
I never liked. Even a
get
kid, I didn't
wetter
like.
in milk.
I did not like Lucky Charms.
I don't get better in milk. I get wetter in milk.
That sounds like some activity for a very wealthy individual.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. That one's weird.
That's a very special
weird
spot.
one.
Yeah. Very
I
special
don't like
spot.
that. That makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, that is a thing, isn't it?
All right.
I'm sorry, I've been to that part of the internet.
I thought you were going to say you've been to that part of Santa Ana.
No.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't know. Sounds like you have, though.
All right.
You inadvertently outed yourself as enjoying a milk bath.
So we're going from something that's traditional like this, that's been around for a long time, and then traditionally, watch how you segue into this topic.
I'm feeling it.
Traditionally, people either ride 175s, 172.5, or 170 crank length. And on track, you ride like a 165 because you don't want to hit your pedals when you're fixie around, going around the track or whatever. And that was kind of it for what really bums me out to what this trend that we're doing right now is like the same thing as I always complain about. The bike fitters. They were so right, 100%. You have to listen to us until now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they change every few years, and I
Right.
think we talked about even handlebar length and width. Sorry, and just
What size cassette do you ride?
Right now, I'm riding a 1130, I think. Yeah.
Progressive.
That's it. Well,
5 years
well,
ago.
we're gonna get off topic right now, but I would go bigger, but like my mechanism and everything wouldn't allow me to go bigger. So
got it.
I'm kind of limited on the mechanics of my setup.
Yeah, it's how you use it, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not the size of the cassette. It's how you use it.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And the weight.
The heft, the girth. The girth's what it's worth.
The girth's a good word.
Yeah.
I like that word.
How girthy do you like your cranks?
I don't like them very girthy.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah, I prefer them lightweight. Really throw them around.
Yeah. So let's hear it from everybody. What do you guys think? Because lately it seems like it's going out of hand. Like, where is it going to stop? Like, the stuff that Pogacar recently has been riding is like
165 isn't crazy to me.
Have you ridden?
No, he's going
I have.
smaller than that though.
I borrowed them from Ben.
Was it Vingegaard or
And?
whatever?
And
Somebody look it up.
You borrowed
What did
something? You borrowed
Vingegaard?
something from Ben?
And it goes on.
yeah, it was
155s or
before he gave
something,
me,
right?
50
The How to Be a
150s?
Good Christian book from
On the road, not in a TT bike.
Yeah.
on the road.
Like in a row.
150 by Vingegaard on the road, not TT.
Not TT? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what he won Volta Algarve with.
Oh, that's insane.
That's insane.
People got beat by that.
Yeah.
You used to have to be this tall to ride 150.
To be fair, he's like
a
5'6".
tiny man.
He is
Yeah,
short.
he's a tiny man.
Yeah, but he would in the past he would have rode 170s.
Probably.
Well, the last year he rode 172 fives at the tour.
Oh,
And
he
the-
did?
Yeah, he was on pretty
That's a
standard stuff.
That's a big jump.
And then now
that's
all
huge.
because it's part of my theory on Wout's season being slightly lackluster to start. They've got him on 160s or 165s now,
That's ridiculous.
and I
That guy
think
has so much torque. Like he's a
well, and
cyclocross
he's
guy. I mean,
well, he's 6'3".
yeah, he's
yeah,
huge.
he should be riding 175s according to the charts for the last 100 years.
So last year he was on 172 fives.
So Vingegaard has been he rose 172.5 last year,
Yep.
and he has switched to shorter 150 at Volta Algarve.
Yeah, it's a prototype
150.
SRAM one. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
That is so short.
And he is 175 centimeters tall.
Which equals
5'7",
I can't do that
5'6".
kind of math.
7'2".
Yeah.
Definitely not 7 foot 2.
It's not. It's not.
7'2".
Other riders on short cranks. Tajay is 165, and Wout is 160 or 165.
That's wild.
That is so short. 160
He's 5'8".
with pumps.
Yes. Soaking wet.
It's soaking wet.
You've never, so when somebody tells
Yeah.
about their weight, they're like, "Oh, he's 170 pounds,
Yeah,
soaking
soaking
wet."
wet. Yeah,
He's trying
but-
to up the weight.
Yeah, but
That was the joke.
Stupid.
It was misdirection.
no, I got it.
I mean, where's it going to go? Because they're just getting to those numbers. It's not like they went there and are throttling back.
So you're a BMX guy, right? You like
Only
old
a little
BMX?
bit.
Okay, they ran 180s. They've gone all the way down to like 150s. It ends up just being right.
Yeah, but you don't really pedal on a BMX bike. They're just there
You
for.
do at the start.
You sure do at the start, where you want all the torque you can get.
Yeah, but they're doing a bigger gear and everything than you normally would.
Oh, that brings us to
Or
the
smaller
next
gear.
consideration with crank length. Is that because this is a lever, I think the reason you're seeing a lot of pros going to shorter cranks is because they've gone to larger cassettes as well.
56.
It's pretty common. No, not chain rings, but cassettes.
Oh,
They
cassettes.
run
So you-
40s.
Yeah, they're running anywhere between 1134 and like the 1140 on some of the SRAM teams.
Oh.
Excuse me, a 1040.
SRAM has some very weird gearing.
Yes.
Yeah, their gearing's different though. 'cause
Yeah, 'cause
they got the 10 there now, so they don't need the big
Yeah,
ring in the front.
1042 is the SRAM one. Right?
1042, because Little Trek were used at Umlaut.
That was a 1044.
They used the 1x
That's 1x though.
group, but they used
That's right, the
because
Explorer group.
but it went huge in the back, so shorter cranks because you can was a 46.
1046, and they ran a
1046 with
50, 52 up front.
52
Oh
up
my
front.
gosh.
So you run a shorter crank so you can
Spin
a
it
little
up.
more.
But what's interesting is that was a 13-speed, not a 12-speed group
Yeah,
set.
because it's the.
But in general, the pros aren't riding. They're not spinning their legs cadence-wise the way they were 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, they're not.
Which
on
doesn't make
APL.
sense there either.
5.
that you know of.
They're not Chris Frooming it around in the races or anything where they.
No, but I mean, I saw
They look up.
Pogacar's data from
Strata.
Strada Bianche. Saw it on Strava when I was on there earlier, and I think his average cadence was like 89 or something.
Yeah, which is what I would think.
Yeah, but for an average, that means
There's plus and minus.
yeah, that means if he's just chilling, that's not outrageous.
Yeah, but his zone 2 is 320 watts, so.
Well, yeah, but 320 watts at X cadence doesn't.
It still doesn't make that much sense to me. I don't know.
But my point is, if you're not relying on the leverage that the crank is providing you, and you've got more rearward cleat position, whatever, what I think they're going for is trying to go ahead and open the hip angle to be able to get more, be able to get the body to tolerate a lower, more aero position in the front.
Right.
See, I can see that.
So in the same way,
makes
like
sense.
if you rode a TT bike or something super
you wouldn't
aero,
want your knees coming up.
you
as
want
much,
you want your knee rise to be lower.
right. Yeah.
So I think
I mean, the whole idea is like to get aero and get forward and get low and
Yeah.
everything. Bike position.
yeah, and
Kind of
then
makes sense, but it's funny because like in the 80s and everything, they would ride TT bikes with like 180 cranks and
Yeah.
stuff, thinking that was more powerful and all that before Lance and that whole thing came around.
well, I remember an interview with one of the bike fitters from Team Sky when they were doing the hour record with Wiggins. They moved him from 175 cranks to 165 for his hour record because they just found it allowed him to be in a much more aero position and still
And then his knees wouldn't come out and he wouldn't compress his
yeah, you could
hip
breathe.
and-
You had room. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, now that you have pros on much larger cassettes, I don't think they need to have the same amount of actual torque that you would get from.
I don't know if
along
there's
the frame.
been enough studies yet, though. It seems like some riders would naturally gravitate, like sprinters. They would want to have that torque to be able to like really jump on it and everything, and seems like you'd lose that.
Yeah,
So-
that would be interesting to look at what the sprinters are racing.
Well,
Yeah.
so that was why I was thinking that Wout's not had any impressive sprints this year, and he's on a much shorter
'Cause he
crank
can't
than he
jump
was
on
last
that
year.
gear,
Because you don't.
so-
Yeah, I remember I had tested 165 cranks 4 or 5 years ago. Borrowed them from one of our teammates at the time, and I went for our group ride, and was just anytime anybody would up the pace, I could not respond to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
it seems like a steady state would make sense, but if you really needed to like surge or something
Yeah.
or sprint,
Right.
you don't have that leverage to get on top of that gear, that
Yep.
lower gear. Because like if those guys are really like riding the 10s on the cassette, you need that leverage to get on top of it. Now, granted, that also includes the front chainring. I'm not,
Yeah.
discounting that, but it just I don't know. It's going against a lot of like I ride 175s on the mountain. You don't have the option ride 172s, like that almost doesn't exist in mountain biking.
Yeah, mountain bikes. The last time I bought a mountain bike, it was 170 and 175
Yeah.
was the only options.
That's the only options usually.
And then what I thought was interesting was we were talking about the 5-dev cranks before we started rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I had got my dad a set of those 5-dev cranks, and I looked up what came on his bike. Specialized ships all of their e-bikes with 165s now.
Oh, interesting. I mean, you're not.
Well, I
doing a
guess you
lot
don't
of
need the
pedaling
torque because
anyway.
you got the
Well, yeah, because you have the
power.
assistance, and at that point, then you just get more ground clearance.
And there's probably a factory with a whole bunch of them trying to get rid of them.
I know.
And that's where the trend came
But
from.
the thing is, like,
Probably.
they always say ground clearance. To me, that doesn't because you don't put a
There's
pedal
less
down
chance.
going through a rock garden.
Well, you do
You're
if you're an
hovering.
e-bike.
I've seen some fucked up cranks on mountain bikes.
If you just pedal through everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get pedal strikes, yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
know if this much is gonna matter.
Oh, 170. Yeah,
I don't
10
know. If you're
millimeters.
really in a
It's
critical,
half an inch.
you're gonna be hovering, and then you're gonna go through it. So it doesn't matter this way.
Yeah.
You're right, but it's if you're pedaling through something. I do it on my gravel bike.
What if I told you I'd give you an extra half inch? You'd take it.
Yes, I would.
in the ass.
Whoa! You want that?
Hey, now.
Jesus! Did you just say that?
There's
Not-
children present.
Sorry.
I know.
Was that not? Sorry.
That was totally
Sorry,
politically
children.
correct. Yeah.
So again, as most things, how much of this that the pros are doing, how much does this matter to us? Again,
It seems like we always follow like the bar with thing. I never thought we would be down at like
I went narrower and I've been happier with it.
37s.
I'm at 38.
You know what I mean? And it's a trickle down effect. We think that we're going to get free speed from the pros, so we emulate it. You know?
Everyone wants to look like the pros.
Exactly.
Whether they
Right.
are, whether they, oh, I want to have the aero bar, and then they're out of weight. There's all those things.
There's for sure. There's no. If companies are sitting on 175 cranks, oh my gosh, they better
Yeah,
get
yeah.
rid of them quick.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to buy those things in like a month.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but there's also the same people who are still riding rim brakes, who are probably gonna be
What?
like, I need to buy more
What?
175s because they're going to make them go away.
Yeah.
I need to buy up all the 175s. I'm going to hoard them. These are going to be really
Totally.
valuable when this
Totally.
trend changes.
Yeah. Buy low.
I just
Yeah.
can't.
Make sure you get
Yeah.
square taper.
I mean, I can understand that.
Octolink.
I can understand like 165. Like that seems like a reasonable jump, but guys are riding 150s.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
wild.
That one's hard for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah,
I think.
stupid.
Well, it's because I'm very dumb.
Hypocritical.
Correct. I'm also uneducated.
Totally.
Uncultured swine, really.
Yes, totally.
But I don't think there's really any controversy in people running a 165 because if you look at the percentage of change from a 165 to a 175 over the actual span, it's what, 6%? So it's probably just going to mean that you select a different gear on the cassette.
I can tell. Like I can
Because
tell
you're just
when
going to maintain cadence, whatever your body self-selects. So at that point, do you want to go ahead and be at 85 cadence in sprocket number 10, or do you want to be at 85 cadence in sprocket number 11?
Yeah, I get that. And I think the trend is to kind of be more of an arrow position. So I understand that part of it and the hip flexor and everything.
Yeah,
but-
because when I did try the 165s, you could, forearms on the bars and be totally comfortable, no issues breathing. You don't have to worry about, where your knee comes up
Your
or
knee
anything
comes
like
out
that.
and compresses you and everything.
What's interesting is if you're not a professional and you're built like a normal person, a shorter
riding
crank will have more gut clearance.
Totally. If you're riding an endurance bike where you're sitting up, like a cafe bike,
Probably not very important.
like a hybrid bike or something with flat bars on top.
But if you're a 65-year-old Fred trying to fit onto a bike that you don't fit on, 165, 150 cranks, it's going to clear the gut.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Cranks the people.
So is anyone changing crank length this year?
I'll try something new. I probably will.
I'm happy with my 170s.
I'm still at 172.
I'm not going to go way down there, though.
I dropped to 172.5s after riding 175s.
I'll
for
probably
10
go down to
years.
170s. Maybe I'll try 165. So that's about it.
I've tried 175, 172.5, 170, 167.5, and
Which is
165.
you never hear people talk about that number.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, whatever. But the one, every time I went,
Uneducated.
every time I went shorter than 170, I was uncomfortable, and whenever I've gone from a 170 to a 172.5, I get saddle sores.
Oh.
So your ass is involved.
So you have two sets of balls.
Butt stuff.
I hate it when that happens. Yeah, pop those zits. Anyways, with that said, we should probably wrap that up. We're out of here. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And write a comment if you feel like it. The two people that watch this, they should probably write a comment simultaneously.
And
It
if
might be
you-
like Stockholm Syndrome at this point.
And if you have a beer that you like that you'd like us to rate, alcoholic, non-alcoholic,
Offend you with.
let us know. And we'll see if Ryan likes it.
Probably won't.
Yeah, he probably won't like it.
If you'd just like to recommend the worst beer you've ever had, feel free.
He might like it, then we won't. So
Correct.
it's all,
Yeah,
remember, it's
that's
going to be the
true.
opposite direction.
There's always a winner.
Yeah.
With that, we're out of here.
Challenge accepted.